This is Matt from the Comic Hall and Roundtable Discussion, and today I'm presenting my Wednesday comic book day pickup haul. Starting things off, this is Wonder Woman 1984. This is the Rooster Teeth variant. A lot of people tend to steer clear of this one. I actually particularly like this cover for some strange odd reason, so I decided I'd pick this one up. I've actually got the other one as well, but just kind of was like, you know what? I'll be the oddball. I'll pick up the one no one likes. So I ended up picking this one up, and we'll see how it does long term. Next up, found me a nice copy of Batman Beyond number 37. Picked this one up for about $10 from my man up at Dave's Cards and Comics. Was glad to finally get this. I wasn't able to get the printing when it first came out, first printing when it came out, so I ended up getting this one now. I couldn't find them when they first came out, so kind of had to wait for a while on this one. Glad I didn't pull the trigger on a couple of eBay that I saw a while back. Once again, this is a classic example of being patient, and for those wondering, this is first Batwoman Beyond. So that one. Next up, with all the hype of Vision, this is actually one I've already gotten, but I've got another one. This is Vision number 7. Just absolutely love that red cover, man. That is absolutely a gorgeous cover. And this one is actually going for a little piece of change on eBay. I think I saw one for like $20. But you know, this came out a couple years ago, and I actually got it when Movie Stock was closing. Because Movie Stock was actually selling comics at that time, and so that was on the clearance rack. Next up is Werewolf by Night number 1. Not that Werewolf by Night, but this is one that I had no clue even existed. Just so happened to be digging in the Wolverine box and ran across this, and so I decided I'd pick this one up. Never even heard of it, so decided to snag that. Picked up a pretty cool cover right here. This is Sensational Spider-Man. It's number 39. I picked that one up just on the strength of the cover alone. I thought it was absolutely gorgeous, so I was like, you know what, I'll pick that up, man, and add that to the collection. I just thought it was a really, really well done cover. Speaking of covers, with this guy here, man, he can't do any wrong, man. And this is Hulk number 5. This is the Alex Ross cover, man. I was just like, wow, you know, Alex Ross, man, this guy just consistently keeps putting out good covers, man. Just over the years, man, I mean, he just captures everything about a superhero or a villain, man. It just he captures it in his work, man, and it's just absolutely stunning. You know, as I've just gotten such a huge appreciation for his work, being an artist myself, man. So pick this beauty up for just $5, man. I'll probably never be able to get the original Fantastic Four number 1, but I did get the reboot of Fantastic Four number 1. Picked that up for about $5. Decided I'd add that to the collection. Who knows, just in case. For those interested, you might want to be on the lookout from this series. You might want to be on the lookout for number 15. That's the first appearance of Valera Von Doom. Oh no, Valera Richards, excuse me, who turns out to be the daughter of Dr. Doom, if I'm not mistaken. I think that's what I heard, if I'm not mistaken. Next up, we got some Michael Turner goodness. This is a Witchblade number 25. It's a hard to find Michael Turner cover. Went ahead and picked that one up, man. $4, can't go wrong, man. Speaking of covers, this was one that I was really shocked to find for the price that I was able to get it for. And this is Haunt. This is the McFarlane variant cover. It's #1, and I was able to get that for $6, man. I was like, wow, you know. Being able to get that for that price is absolutely astonishing. And so be on the lookout, man, for a lot of those older Image comics, man, that people are kind of just chucked away. Those books are actually kind of hard to find. Books like this are actually really, really hard to find. So if you find this out, I want to say grab it, man. I think this is this book's going for about 50, anywhere from 50 to about 75. So if you see that, man, pick it up, man, for a good price. You know, $6, man. Just kind of dig around those old Image bins, man. Picked up Dirty Pair. 5 of 5. This is the last issue in that run. I decided I'd pick that one up. I have an affinity for picking up last issues, which you'll see in just a second. Just decided to get that, man. #2 is just really, really hard to come by, and it's one of those books that I have to kind of dig around for in loan boxes, so it'll probably take a while. I'm pretty sure there's still one in a loan box somewhere that I can get for a really good price. I just don't want to pay what eBay is offering at this time, so that's one I'll be patient on. But for right now, I'll take the last issue in the series. Next up is an extremely hard issue to come by, and a valuable one if you see this out and about. This is season 10, issue 30 of Buffy the Vampire Slayer. This book goes for about 30 to 40 bucks, and it's pretty hard to come by, man. But what's crazy is that I've been, let's see, about 3 or 4 stores, and I thought I just didn't think about looking for it until I was in the store today, just kind of going through the independent bin, and I saw it sitting in there, and I said, you know what, let me check to make sure this is what I think it is, and lo and behold, it is. This is one of the hardest issues to come by in that run. So if you see this is probably sitting in a loan box in the Buffy the Vampire Slayer section, because a lot of people tend to overlook these books, but like I told you, a lot of times another person's trash is another man's treasure. So you can probably find this in a loan box somewhere. You just have to kind of dig. This is why we always tell y'all to dig in those loan boxes. And when I say dig in those loan boxes, sometimes you find a lot of gold as such. So we've got the boys 3, the boys 4, and the boys 5, all in loan boxes. Let me slide this over a little bit here so y'all can see a little bit better. I mean, that's what I paid, $15 for all 3. I want to say 3 is probably one of the most expensive ones, if I'm not mistaken. I could not get my hands on 1. I do have 2, but 3, 4, and 5 in succession in a box. Somebody was trying to hide them and come back to them, but I beat them to the punch, so I was able to get those. So got these 3. I was actually looking for, I think it's 24, the variant, but I came across those, so I'll take it, you know. Picked this up from Dave's. This is Purge 0. This is the premiere issue, as I stated on my last haul rather, that I was looking for books with African American superheroes or villains, so I decided I'd pick that one up and add that one to the stash. I think I paid $1 for it. Released today. This came out, the Best of Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles, Raphael. I picked that one up just because of the negative variant. Excuse me, not negative variant. Negative. Well, it is a negative variant, but just the coloring with the red and black eye, everything. It's technically a negative variant. It's a negative variant. Talked about this on the Pulse earlier this week, and this is a book that's going for about $10, and was able to secure one from Dave's. He had, I think, 2 or 3 copies left over, and I was able to get, well, he actually had 4, now he has 3, and I was able to pick up one of those. So I'll be checking this out. I'll actually be sitting down reading this one because the game's getting not too far away, and that's probably one of the most anticipated games that I've got for the year, Cyberpunk. So I'll be kind of reading it just to kind of get a backstory to see if it ties into the game. I would probably say one of the most beautiful covers that I've seen in a while, outside of Batgirl 23, would have to be this Wonder Woman, man. It is absolutely stunning. This is Wonder Woman 763. This is the Middleton variant B cover, and I'm telling you, man, this guy here does not disappoint. I mean, it's so hard to pick out, you know, his variants, especially on that Batgirl run, Wonder Woman run, and then now, of course, I mean, you see here, once again, he hits it right out of the park. So this is, I think this is going to probably be one of the covers of the year. So if you see this one, grab it if you can. I think this is going to probably be, this is just me talking, but this is my hunch. I really think this is going to be kind of like Batgirl 23. So if you see this one, you might want to grab it. Yeah, that's going to get slabbed. Now for my Pink Panther fans, man, I picked up a cool book from Dave's, man. He only charged me like $5 for it, but this is the Inspector from the Pink Panther, and we've got the artist here who signed and drew on it, of course, you know. So I was like, that's pretty cool, man. Nice white cover. Also, I have completed my Kabuki run here. This is Kabuki Circle of Blood. This is the 6th issue, which is a tough one to come by, and it is signed right here. I can't quite make out. Oh, excuse me. It is signed by David Mack, creator. So got my COA in there as well, and it shows this. That shows up. If I can hang it out here. Yep, more focus. But it's hard because it's on that black. But that's a gorgeous cover, man. So I'll probably end up getting this one slabbed. I've got the first one going off to get slabbed, but I think I'll add this one to the stash to go out as well. Once again, on my Ninja Turtles Crusade, we've got the 3rd print of number 3, and we've got issue 22. So add those 2 issues to the collection of Ninja Turtle books that I have. This one, I have to check dates. I think this is the 2nd. Oh my lord, let me get this. There we go. That's why I like Mylars, man. Hey, let me tell you, if you don't keep your books in Mylars, you are doing yourself a disservice, man. Mylars are awesome. I want to tell Larry, man. Larry got me into Mylars, and I absolutely live by them now. Just off of what you just saw there, they can take a little bit of a beating and still protect your books. But what I was saying was, I have to check my dates. I know I did a heads up on Ninja Turtles number 1 5th print, but I've got to find out did this come out before that 5th printing of Ninja Turtles, because if this is the case, if that is the case, then that would make this issue the one to probably get, because it's the first one with all the turtles on the cover with Splinter. I've got to figure it out. I want to say that the 5th printing is still what I initially thought it was, and if anyone who knows, let us know in the description box. But I want to say that 5th printing of number 1 is still the one to go get. But if not, then this will probably fall right behind it as the 2nd appearance of Splinter with the turtles. So it's either or. I've got to do a little research. But this book was in pristine condition, man. I mean, absolutely great condition. A little bit of chipping there at the back, a little bit. Yeah, it's not too bad. So I'd say this is roughly about a 7, something like that at the back, with those in the back. So I'd say it's about a 7. Black Lightning number 1, year 1. Decided I scoop that up once again, going to my black superhero collection. This is an issue that tends to get overlooked a lot, and it's actually the last issue in that run. It's a Wonder Woman 226. If you find this, grab it, man. It's a relatively hard issue to find in a relatively long run. So the last 4 or 5 of these issues, the artwork on them is really outstanding. So if you see this, man, you probably can find it in the Buck Bin. You see, I found it for $3. So if you find this, man, grab it, add it to your stash. You never know, man. Those long runs and those last issues, man, tend to be pretty good. This is one I'm glad to add to my stash. This is Wolverine number 50, and was able to pick that one up and add to my Wolverine collection. I'm kind of starting to get more and more cool Wolverine covers as I see them, so I kind of add them to the collection. And this is one that falls in that category. Next up is you see this? Grab it. New Warriors #1. This is the second printing. Be on the lookout for those 90-second prints, man. This is actually a gorgeous cover. I like the gold versus the yellow. Got this book. You see what I paid for it? $3. If you see anything like this at that price, grab it and go. The Multiversity #1. Once again, this is going right into my stash of black superheroes. So we was able to pick that one up, man. Got this for $1. So another book that I was able to add to the stash was and I like this cover, man. Really cool cover. I was telling Al about this one. This is Superman #79, and this is the newsstand variant. I was able to get this book for $5. This will be slabbed. Can't go wrong with those white covers, man. And anytime you catch Superman holding the American flag is always a pretty good treat, man. So that can't go wrong with old Dan Jurgens there, man. Transformers 53. Now, why did you buy this, Matt? Well, Transformers, man, I think after issue 50, man, they tend to become very scarce, especially if you can find them in good shape. This book was in pristine condition. If you see this book, make sure you check to see if it has the Mark Jewelers insert. I hear those can take this book to about $125 if you see it. So tend to be on the lookout for those. But this right here, man, if you can find those later run Transformer issues, snag them up. Snag them up. And of course, and you all know, you got more of that coming soon. So you know, a little later rather. You know, we with Star Wars over here, man. Star Wars Annual #4. It's a key issue, but I cannot remember what goes on. It's kind of hard to keep up with exactly everything that happens on Star Wars, but I do know that this is a key issue. So if you see that, pick it up. Betty #6. Now, at first glance, you're probably wondering, like, why the hell would Matt pick that book up? Well, you know, those Archie books have a lot of sexual innuendo in them. And so you got right here and right here. So, I mean, you take what you want off of it, man, but they just always like to stash certain items on those covers, man, that tend to you know, read, but if you can read between the lines. A hard book to find that I was able to grab, Sonic the Hedgehog #2 from Volume 2. This is from the longest run of Sonic the Hedgehog. If you find this book can go anywhere from $50 to $150 depending on the seller. So find that, grab it, man. I think I paid $5 for that book. Once again, we'll go back. We've got Transformers 52. This is another book. Once again, it's after issue 50. You start seeing those, go ahead and snag them up, man. Snag them up. Pay $1. $1. All right. We've got some Star Wars for you. We've got Tales of the Jedi #1. This is the main issue. They break up Tales of the Jedi into two or three different breakdowns, and you'll see in just a second. They've got Tales of the Jedi, Fall of the Sith Empire. This is #2. There's Tales of the Jedi, Lords of the Dark Lords of the Sith. I've got a couple of them. So I mean, if you see these Tales of the Jedi runs, pick up what you see, man, because those books are really critical books in the Star Wars mythos. So pick those up if you see them, and especially if they're in good shape. This is a Star Wars #1. Excuse me, Star Wars 42, Rite of Passage. This is out of that series 1 of 4. Just kind of like that cover. So pick that one up. More Star Wars is on deck. We've got Star Wars #5, as I stated, Dark Lords of the Sith. Got Star Wars #1, Jedi Council. I picked up another copy, Star Wars #6. If you see this book, man, grab it, man. Every time I see this book for under $5, either the second appearance. No, this is the second appearance of Han Solo's daughter, if I'm not mistaken. If I'm not mistaken, I could be wrong, but I know it's a major key issue. Major. So make sure you pick that one up. And as I stated earlier, here's another example of what I was talking about. This is regular Tales from the Jedi. That's #2. We've got Star Wars Union, The Wedding of Luke and Mara. So went ahead and grabbed that. And we've got Star Wars Dark Force Rising #4. All right, we'll start getting a few heavy hitter books here. First up is #38 of Harley Quinn. This book goes from anywhere from 35 to 100. So just all depends. This is the last issue in the first Harley Quinn Volume 1 run. The James Gang #1. Now you're probably wondering, why the hell did Matt pick up the James Gang #1? But if you've been following me, you know that I collect Bud Root Cave Woman books. But a lot of people don't know that Bud Root, this is his first piece of work ever done. The James Gang #1. And this is, I actually got this book on eBay. I did a search for his first work, man, and I researched it, and it was this. And I was just shocked that I was able to get this book for $2. So got this one, added to the stash. Who knows what'll happen down the line. So I'll actually have to make a note on this. There's a little bit of color fading right there on the top. I'm not sure if you can see it on the camera, but I mean, this is a really old book, man. So that comes with the territory. Sometimes that's not a bad thing if the book is a little old, you know. And sometimes you just can't help it. All right, so my big books coming down the pike. As you all who've been watching, I've been grabbing old and rare Spawn, and here is Spawn #70, man. The cover is absolutely sick. That's a cover that I'm probably going to be getting slabbed. As you can see here, man, I mean, this book is in pristine condition. Pristine condition. I mean, absolutely pristine across the board. So anytime you find a black cover like that, man, in perfect condition, no brainer. Try to get it slabbed if you can. Wanted first printing, but I have to sell them for fourth printing. Chew #1, man. Finally got Chew #1. That was one of the books that I had been looking for a while. I just didn't want to pay those absorbent prices for #1. I've seen it worth from 300 to 1,000. So I was like, nope, I'll get the fourth printing. And apparently the fourth printing is pretty hard to find. So I want to give a shout out to Dave, man. Dave sold me this book for 20 bucks. So I was able to get this book for little or nothing. So I was like, okay, yeah, we'll take it. We will take it. So this will be getting slabbed soon. I've got like 20 books, 20 or 30 books that's off to be slabbed. And I gotta figure out where the hell I'm gonna store all those books. Here's another hard to find book. This is the Tales of the Jedi Dark Lords of the Sith #1. This is Topps Special Ash Can variant. This is one that you definitely want to find. If you can find this book at a good price, I actually found mine at about $10. If you can find this book on eBay, you can actually find it on eBay. You just have to be kind of patient. You can go ahead and store this away, and this will probably be a book that you'll be glad you got later on down the line. I'm not saying it's going to be exactly like Clone Wars or what have you, but this is one of those books excuse me, that if you grab this book, this is something that for little or nothing you can probably just sit on this one for a while. But it's a hard book to come by, especially I've never seen one in a while, and I've been through a lot of loan boxes in the last month, a lot, and I have not seen one in a while. And I've been to quite a few stores actually, so this is one that you definitely want to be on the lookout for. All right. And last but not least, was absolutely elated when I was digging and I found this book in Dave's loan box, and I said, wow, I've got to get this book. This is Blue Monday number 3 or number 5. I can't quite remember, but it's number 3 or number 5 in that run. I think it's The Kids Are All Okay or what have you, something along that line. This is the J. Scott Campbell variant, and this book is hard to find. No doubt this will be getting slabbed. Dave let me get this book for, as you see, $45. This book goes on eBay, man. I see 150, 200, 300, 400. So I mean, you might can find this in the buck bin. If it's somebody who doesn't know what the hell they got going on, I always say, you know, there's always, you can find one in the dollar bin, but I have not found one in the dollar bin. But I did find one at Dave's at a reasonable price, and I decided to opt and go for it. So went ahead and picked that up, man. And that is going to close out. Let me see. I think I might have one more. Let's see. I think I've got one more over here. Nope. I thought I actually had one. I don't. Thought I had one extra book over there, but it has not arrived. But I do have some nice goodies coming that I will be able to show you all next week. So that's my haul for this Wednesday. You'll have to stay tuned for everybody else's haul here on the Comic Haul and Roundtable Discussion. Make sure that you join us this Saturday. We will be back on the air. Make sure you check out our past hauls. Make sure you check out our last few interviews. Make sure that you tell a friend about the Comic Haul and Roundtable Discussion, and also make sure that you like, share, and subscribe to the Comic Haul and Roundtable Discussion. Thanks for taking out the time to join me as I showed you what I've gotten on my Wednesday expedition. Have a great night. Peace.